Hey guys, this is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, and I am so delighted to be joined by Alycia Baumgardner. How are you doing?
Doing well, blessed, happy to be here.
You are really carrying such great energy, just like very calm, really positive, and that really came across in the press conference. Is that an accurate representation of how you're feeling?
It's who I am. You know, my character speaks. Character is everything. So when people hear me speak, you know, you'll feel that energy. You'll understand where my confidence and how excited I am to be here.
We are really blessed to have you back in the UK. Obviously, the last time you came here, you caused quite an upset amongst the British boxing fans, and you came off with just the most spectacular win. It was an emphatic victory over Terri Harper. Let's talk a little bit about it before I get stuck into Saturday night's card. So obviously, you know, it was your timing, which was just executed superbly. Is that something that's like very important to you in training? Is it something you work on regularly?
You know, as a fighter who's been fighting for 20-some years and with the experience that I have, this comes with, you know, my technique. You know, timing is everything. And because I timed that shot, that tells you I'm well experienced to be in the ring and that I know what I'm doing.
It was, as someone who really, I love boxing myself, you know, and I particularly love the technicalities of it. And I had never seen you fight properly before that particular fight. And I love the fact that you just kept her on the outside. She couldn't engage in what she does best. And that shot came, and when you spotted that moment, you just went in for the kill, and you could just see how much it meant to you. It was so incredible.
Man, every time I go back on that moment, I literally cry. I get teary-eyed because it's so emotional that how far I really came. And not only did I win the knockout, I came in as the underdog. This is what people are not understanding and realizing, even Michaela herself. The fact that I came with the mentality of already on paper to be defeated because I'm going into someone else's backyard, and I dominated in a dominated fashion and got knockout of the year says a lot about my character, about my mentality, about who I am as an athlete, and what I'm here to prove as the best fighter at 130.
Do you know what? That was so apparent to me during that press week, because just as you say, the energy, the presence that you come with. But when you guys did your face-offs, I just remember looking at you and I was like, boy, Terri's going to be in for a hard night, because you just had this real presence over her, you know, no disrespect, Terri, but you had a real presence over her, and it was fantastic. And, you know, I know that you've come a long way because you had the surgery and the recovery process took ages. I've been obviously following you on Instagram for a long time and saw that journey. So at that moment when you won, and like just looking at your face and your body language with your team, it was so beautiful, man.
Man, it was beautiful. And I tell people it was like I've been swimming underwater for a very long time. And so when that shot did happen and when I seen the ref, I was like able just to take a breath, like to come up for a fresh breath of air. And I'm just like, I did it. Like, I freaking did it. And it was everything. I'll forever remember that moment.
Yeah, I'm so happy to speak to you about it now, like, honestly. So obviously, you know, big fight on Saturday night with Michaela. Seems to be quite a lot of, you know, angst and tension and what people call bad blood. I'm not sure if it is bad blood. You can obviously let me know. But, you know, is this a fight where you feel like you're maybe being underestimated?
Absolutely. I feel like, again, I have an underdog mentality. Even with the fight with Harper, even with my second fight, even with this fight, people are still doubting who Alycia Baumgardner is, and that's okay because I'm used to that type of you know, energy or those type of opinions. So again, with winning this fight, it will solidify who Alycia Baumgardner is, and what she meant is what she's going to do. So again, I love the doubters. This is what motivates me. Michaela actually motivates me every single day. Like, you're motivating me to beat you even more and to even put the hurt on you even more.
In terms of, like, you know, this bad blood, as they call it, all the tension, where does it all start?
I would say it started just when Michaela like turned pro and she was able to, you know, she's on ESPN, she has this platform, she has a light, and just seeing her progress, you know, she starts to feel that she's, you know, entitled to anything that she wants to have. But there's hungry fighters after her. And when Terri had the title, you know, just the way I seen her go at her, it was like more of a bully style of like talking shit, right? It was more of a disrespect. And so she did the same thing to me and really just underestimated me as a fighter, to think that I just came out of the woodwork and just won a world title and I didn't do nothing for the sport is bogus, and it's disrespectful, because any woman who steps in that ring has done something for the sport.
100% right. And you've been boxing from such a young age as well. We've just seen, you know, I just saw the other day your photo as like a little kid wearing boxing gloves. So obviously, you know, this sport is a part of your identity. You stepping into the ring each time, like that kind of just ingrains who you are and what boxing means to you, right?
Absolutely. This is, again, boxing is a lifestyle. There is no plan B. I've made this my goal and my dream to become great at something. I became a world champion. Now it's time to be undisputed at 130. And this moment, this Saturday, will solidify my next step into becoming undisputed at 130.
Oh yeah, I've got goosebumps. I'm so excited about Saturday night. So in terms of just kind of like the technique behind, you know, the tools that you have in your arsenal compared to what Michaela has in her arsenal, obviously she is much more of a come forward fighter, I would say, whereas you're, from what I understand, much more into your counters, your timing, your execution. How do you feel your style is going to neutralize Michaela's style?
So styles make fights, as we know. Whatever she's coming with, I'm coming with better. She's coming forward, I'm coming forward. And with her jab, my jab's better. With her, you know, everything is just better. I'm just a notch above, more notches above Michaela. Like, she's not on my level. So anything she's coming with, I'm coming with times 10. Like, that's just that. I make adjustments as I go. This is what fighters do in the ring. And again, you'll see that Saturday.
So if you had one final message for Michaela ahead of Saturday night, what would that message be?
I told her, honestly, up at the ring, on the stage, you should have just moved to 135 because you're going to get your first loss.
I love it. I love it. And final question from me. Obviously, we've got Claressa. I mean, I kind of feel like I already know what your prediction is going to be. But Claressa Shields versus Savannah Marshall, main event. Any thoughts, any predictions?
Again, just as much as the bad blood is between Mayer and I, it's the same with Savannah and Claressa. Claressa's been, you know, killing the sport, killing with her accomplishments. She wants to solidify her name as well. And I believe that this will solidify her name come September 10th.
Alycia, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.